Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, came home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Let me ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year? When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Marketing come up with that for him. Those were his phrases that he came up with, that he believed in.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. Just win. Coaches, the great games we played in, the flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win, is the will to win, is the will to win. Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever, you imagine.
Your commitment to excellence is your will to win, and we have won. Oh my God, a convincing win. But let me get my special guest behind the scenes, man. As you can see from the title. His opinion may not always be popular, but it'll always be authentic, man. And you always must protect the shield. My boy, Protect the Shield podcast up in the building. What's good?
My boy Eric, what's up, boss? How you feeling, man? I'm feeling great, boy.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, it feels good. It feels good to have a convincing win. I felt like
when's the last time we had one?
2017, probably 16.
Probably, man.
It's been a while, man. They came out with energy, man. But before we get into all the talks of the Giants Raiders, man, a wonderful game, a game where I got to relax and have fun myself in the living room. Shout out to everybody in here, man. So far, Robert Penn in the building, Raider Paul, salute y'all, Raiders, salute. Terrence, what's good? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody up in here. Jesse Cardenas, Gord Peterson, what's good? SoCal South, salute. And you already know I got the LA hat, a little bit of representation of our boy Ren, our interim coach right now as well.
Straight out of Compton.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Omar, what's good? Omar, good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Blessings. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend, man. I had a great weekend. How was your weekend?
Man, that was great, man. I couldn't ask for anything more, man. Got a chance to watch that game. Like you said, kick back the fourth quarter. I ain't have to, bite my nails and all that, but it was cool, man. Just kick back, man. It was real cool.
Facts, man. And shout out to Cool Kev in the building. Shout out to everybody joining us. Big Worm, salute, Graham Cam. The nation is back. I'm telling you, man. It's some new life, man. Yeah, I ain't like Josh McDaniels. I'm back though. Hey, many people didn't, and now a
That's a
lot of people
fact.
are coming back, and I'm glad that people are coming back, man. And hey, this is what it's about. Shout out to Kevin Lurker. What's good? What's good? What's good? Good to see everybody, man. EJ Raider, salute, salute. D Menace. Shout out to everybody that's in here so far, man.
Oh
Blessings
yeah.
to you guys and your families. Remember, man, life is short, so always tell your loved ones you love them, man. But let's get straight into some commitment to exit, some just one baby
Let's
with
get
some
it.
Raider swagger on there.
Let's
Shout out to
get it.
Raider Gabe and all eyes on G. What's good? Good to see you guys here. Let's start off with this whole game, man. How did you feel about this game? What's your overall thoughts on it, man?
Man, the biggest thing for me, man, it just felt different. I mean, just going into the week, it felt different. I mean, again, I'm one of the people, people always give me a hard time. I'm one of the people that actually, um, I was rooting for McDaniels to do well, so I probably gave him a little bit more leeway than a lot of other people because I tend to like some of the X's and O's type of coaches, man. But man, just watching this coach, man, on the sideline and just even before the game, it actually took me back to when I really loved football. You know what I'm saying? Like I played up through college but it was like that Pop Warner middle
Mhm,
school and high school. That's when I really, really had fun. And
mhm,
he reminds me of that coach that like brought that fun back to it, man. Once I got to college, it kind of started feeling more like a job because you literally had to do, it was like work all day, whether it's,
yeah,
whatever part of the routine it is, man. But man, AP just gave me that feel like, bro, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. That stuff that that it factor he has, you can't teach that, man. You either got it or you don't, man. So shout out to
mhm.
him, man.
And you know, I had a lot of questions going into this game, right? One was, are we gonna once again play to our opponent? We always play to our opponent, no matter if you're the
Always.
bottom of the league or the top of the league. We always play to them. Another thing as well, a question I had was, are these guys really gonna show effort more than what they showed against Chicago? Was it truly like I was always like, okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a okay? Was it Josh McDaniels or was it the players themselves not being able to go out there and put on a show? And what they did against the Giants, oh my god. People were flying all over the place. 8
Bro.
what was it? 9 sacks, 8 sacks?
Yeah, it was like 8 or 9 sacks, man. Everybody was getting them too.
Like,
That's what I love,
oh
man.
my god. And it's one thing if the Giants, I kind of did it in the preview. I kind of said that, people are kind of underestimating the Giants and what they're capable of. Their defense has allowed 14 and below points in the last 3 games, and one of the games being against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
So they played good teams, and they
yeah,
also played a Washington Commanders team that put up 31 on the Eagles. So to have us put up 30 points on them, it shows a lot from this offense. I felt like with Josh McDaniels, it was always an overthinking thing with him. I think
yeah,
he overthought a lot of his plays. Like some of his plays worked, and I just felt like he just didn't know when to do it, the timing of it, when to execute it, when to change it. And you seen it with Antonio Pierce, he adjusted. There was this one thing, I don't know if you've seen, there was this one clip, I should have got it, where he was on the sideline and you see Antonio Pierce, he has his headset up and then he puts it back on his mouth and then he says something like, "Oh, like change the play," something like that. And then
mhm,
they change it and Max Crosby gets a sack.
yeah.
So it's kind of, I like these adjustments. I like the way they're playing, and overall, it's good to kick back and enjoy some Raiders football, man.
N
That's
You're right, man, and it's like, since when have we actually been able to say our
mhm,
defense is like the strong point of a team, man? It's
mhm,
always like, man, if we can get our defense to do X, Y, and Z, we'll be decent. Man, them dudes they was running around like maniacs, man. And like you said, we get all them sacks, but everybody got involved. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Bilal Nichols, people like I mean, everybody, even the rookie, Tyree got in there, got him one. I mean, I loved it, man. It's just
yeah,
it's pure passion, pure passion. Dudes is
mhm,
just, you know, they're playing inspired, passionate football, man, and that starts at the top at the coach,
yep.
man. Shout out.
That's a fact, and the energy you could feel it, man. The energy you could feel. Shout out to everybody coming in here, man.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of reports that actually came out. I don't know if anybody. I think it was NFL football. I forgot the show was called. It's in the morning though. They talked about. I forgot what analyst said it. They're talking about the meeting they had last week. It's an interesting, I guess you could say, an interesting thing to look at. The whole, if you guys don't know, Antonio Pierce, a lot of people spoke up in that meeting a week ago, where it was players, coaches, everything was on the floor. the reports came out with multiple analysts came out and said that um, Josh McDaniels kind of defending the Patriot way in a sense to Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
That's the topic right now. It could be true, it could be just clicks, but some of the top analysts are saying this, so it's kind of something to think. And the players are taking little jabs in their press conferences now, and you could
Oh yeah.
just tell. But let's get straight into it, man. I talked about a little bit of the energy. There's a new energy in this building, and this show. Talk to me a little bit about your thoughts on the energy that was out there, man, and off the field as well.
Man, like I said, it's just you can just look at the little things, man. Them dudes were, just running around. Like when you saw the defense, out there on the field, man, you actually can see the offensive players kind of like standing on the sideline watching what the defense is doing, cheering them on. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like it got more of like a family vibe to it, where it's like it's not two siloed groups that only care about what they doing, man. Like, you seeing Marcus Peters out there on the sideline, hyping up the offense while he's watching
Yeah,
them, man. So it's just different, man. It's different. Like you see, we've been talking about Devontae Adams, um, kind of being down for a while, they're just being pissed off. He was out there smiling, he was out there blocking his ass off.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. Like when you see your first team all pro receiver
yeah,
blocking and doing them little details, man, that's good for because then like if Tay gonna do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's just fire, man. It's just I can't reiterate, man, now how important that is, man. So it's a whole new energy, like you said, whole new energy.
Yeah. In fact, shout out to Pyro in the building, man. You already know what it is, and the energy, to me, uh, I haven't felt this type of energy in a very long time,
Mm-mm.
and we had multiple coaches, the most in the NFL in the last 2 decades, 3 decades,
It's been
however
bad,
long
man.
you want to say it. And even those coaches didn't give me this much energy. The team showed more effort than they did the first few weeks we've been playing this week. But now it's like like a new life, and the energy that Antonio Pierce brings, he brings that Raider fandom and that player point of view into the team. Of course, he was a former player, a very successful one, linebacker,
Yeah,
one of the best ones. Not only that, he also grew up in Compton, LA. He talked about NWA. He talked about being a Raiders fan all his life. David Carr came out here, he even said that he had a story with him where, he was kind of defending the Raiders when he wasn't even playing for them. And it kind of shows his love for the Shield and the love for the Raiders. And you've seen it even with the practice squad. I posted it today actually, right before this live, where it's kind of him in the press conference talking about these guys on the sideline. And he talked about how he had the practice squad out there on the sideline.
that's
Even
fire. That's fire.
that's unheard. That doesn't happen.
No, and at all, man.
Yeah. And he had even Jimmy G. Jimmy G was helping Aiden O'Connell. He was helping him teach him stuff and stuff like that. Typically, that doesn't happen. A lot of people that get benched for other players, they kind of lay back, they don't be involved. But he brought him involved. And something else came out, and this kind of, leads me a little bit into the next one in Josh Jacobs. I know you like Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs
I
here,
do.
man.
I do.
He was, and I remember this in Antonio Pierce's conference last week. He kind of came out and said, "Hey, I'm gonna let these players pick their stuff as well."
Yep, I heard
And
that
one of the
too.
people that came out today and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I got to say some of the plays I liked. I wanted to run some of my run plays, my favorite ones." It showed. What you feel about Josh Jacobs, man? Is he back?
Man, you know me. I love JJ, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And honestly, it- some of you guys that want to see him going, I'm telling you, if JJ continues to ball out for the rest of this year
Mhm.
and we go ahead and sign AP, he's gonna sign Josh, man, because
Yeah.
he's an old school coach, man. You know what I'm saying? He an old school coach where he values running backs. And the fact that he really he went to JJ and said, "Hey man, what run plays do you like?" You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
he went and to me, that's a good coach does that, man. You're collaborative. And honestly, I was hoping that McDaniels was going to do that
Yeah.
with Jimmy, just because he came from another system that was pretty potent.
Yeah.
But as far as JJ, like JJ, he was fully invested, man. So JJ was saying that, hey man, I made sure I spent time with the linemen and say, hey, these are the runs we're going to like, I like doing. We got to make it happen. So they'll keep calling them. So,
Yeah.
um, I think he's back, man, because Josh wants to be a Raider, man. He got it tatted on him, man. I mean, we need dogs like that. So I hope he's back, man. We just gotta block for him. At the end of the day, if we block for him, JJ can do the rest, man. Just don't, give him a little bit of space. That's it.
Facts, man. And shout out to everybody in here, man. And if you may be asking, how am I pulling up comments and you can't see them? Well, we're live on 2 channels. We're live on Protect the Shield. We're also live on the SC Experience, man. So whether you come from mine or his, go subscribe to both. The links are in the description. I put them down there. Both of our Instagrams, both of our YouTubes as well, man. Like
Yes,
I said,
sir.
I'm on the road to 2K. He's now on the road on 2K. You
Finally,
feel me? He
man.
just hit
Finally.
1K. So
Yeah.
you already know, man. We grinding out here for you guys, man, and we grinding out here, man, just to show that passion, man. That Antonio Pierce passion, man. That's what I like. That Raider way, man. And shout out to the Ren in the building. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Solo Empire, salute
Solo
to
Empire.
in
That's my
here.
dog.
Yep, shout out to all of you guys, man. Blessings. Hopefully, you guys are having a great week so far on this Monday afternoon, night, wherever you are. Mornings in some other countries. You feel me? Shout out to you guys as well. And you see right there, my boy Terrence dropping the link right there
Terrence,
of
appreciate
Protect the
that,
Shield
boss.
YouTube right there,
Appreciate
man.
that.
I appreciate you, Terrence. But yeah, Josh Jacobs, just to give you guys an overall stat line of him yesterday, of course, 26 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, 15 being his longest. And you kind of seen an adjustment in the offensive line. I don't know if you guys noticed it. They kind of started running more zone blocking schemes. And you see it throughout. And that's what Colton Miller was brought in before.
Yeah, he's his
Colton
own
Miller was one
guy.
of those that was really good at that. Andre James did it. I'm gonna give some applause to Andre James. Dexter Lawrence did not record.
That's what I was saying.
A single pressure, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He stood him up multiple times, man. I was impressed because Dexter Lawrence is a type that would just tear us up all day, man.
Yep.
So shout out to him on that.
That's a huge accomplishment. You guys may say, "Oh, the Giants are not that good." You'll be surprised how good they actually are. You feel me? With of course Lawrence being one of the main. He's the best nose tackle in the league right now. The most recorded pressures, the most he's good, yo. I don't think you guys understand that.
Yeah,
And the fact that our offensive line stood him out like that, that Carmen Brasillo, good job. This whole team organization, good job on this. They played with new poise, they played with new energy right there on the offensive line, and they helped JJ, man. And Josh Jacobs, he already knows, man. He's gonna start being involved with this offense, and I love it. So I think Josh Jacobs is back too. I think we desperately need him. It opens up the passing game, makes it easier for Aiden O'Connell, vice versa. Aiden O'Connell will make it easier for Josh Jacobs, and it'll get the opposite team kind of, oh, what are they gonna do? Run pass, run pass. I don't know.
Exactly. I
And
love it.
that kind of takes me to the quarterback one situation, man. Have we found our quarterback one? I know it's one game, actually 2 games now with the Charger game, which he played decently there. How you feel about Aiden O'Connell, man, and his performance?
No, he did his thing yesterday. He did his thing. I think for one, I mean, we got to shout out that offensive coordinator, man. Like he called a good game. He had a good script, but Aiden looked comfortable, and I think that he kept the game plan within what Aiden's comfortable doing, man. So, Aiden didn't have to hold the ball too long. He was able to make quick decisions. Aiden was out there, changing the blocking assignments and audible. So he was doing this thing, but shout out to Bo for allowing him to do that. But I honestly have to say, as much as I want Aiden to be the guy, I think the sample size is still a little too small. This week's gonna show me a lot. Like, what can you do against a dog defense? I mean, we already saw kind of what happened against the Chargers, but I don't think that was all on him because that line was just horrible. But I definitely want to see what he does these next 2 games. Like, one, I want to see what he do against the Jets and their good D, and then I want to see what he can do on the road, in a hostile environment against a team that's on paper better than us. So, what's up, Prez? But that's kind of where I'm at.
Shout out to Rivers. This is President Button. Hi, Miss. Saludos, amigo. I appreciate you for coming on by, man. You already know. Shout out to everybody, man. If you guys already know, hit that like button for the both of those, man. Go hit that subscribe button as well. But as far as Aiden O'Connell goes, like I said, I need him in the game as well. I need to see this, but his throws, man, that's that deep ball that Jimmy G doesn't have. That's the one thing he has. Him to Trey Tucker, and y'all remember, man. The 4 to 11. You feel me? The 4 to 11, and it kind of gives me just seeing the numbers like,
That Carter Ruggs.
what could have been?
have?
What could have been, man? And we got it. Trey Tucker is a special guy. It took him, I counted it, 5 steps to get open, and he was already gone. And Aiden
Man,
O'Connell's trust to put the
he laid it out there.
I guess power to the ball and power to his throw. And great timing. He let it go right when he already seen him burnt, and he just said, "Hey, go get it."
But you know
And Trey
that's what
Tucker,
good quarterbacks do, man. They
yep.
anticipate. They anticipate and like and again, I don't like talking about our previous quarterback, but that's one thing that it's like he had to almost wait until the guy was open for him to
Open, yeah.
fire. Man, Aiden anticipates that throw and fires that thing, man. So
Mhm.
shout out to him.
He said Jimmy would have been good for 2 interceptions yesterday if he played. Shout out to everybody, man.
He probably
Um,
ain't lying. He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Aiden O'Connell, like I said, his even pocket presence was pretty good. He wasn't scared. He threw the ball, like nobody was even pressuring him, even though they got close to him. I just love the way he played, and he needs to continue to showing that through and through. We're gonna play better defenses. We're gonna play better teams overall soon. Maybe some that we might have to shoot it out with.
Right,
We
right.
got some tough teams. Miami. Don't let the Chiefs win. Kind of blow you away from Miami. They have an explosive offense.
Oh
The
yeah.
Chiefs back-to-back weeks. These two teams is going to be a very, very, very difficult task. But man, the next 3 games: Jets, Miami, Chiefs. I think we
That's
could
a
go
tough
2-1. I would say, but
you on one?
like
Who
I said,
so who we gonna slide by? Who we gonna
I'll,
slide by?
it's
That,
tough because
that is tough,
Miami
bro. That
is
is tough.
it's tough to see, but I feel like we have the chance to do it. It's only, are they gonna play with the same energy they did yesterday? You feel
Yeah.
me? That's the question. And if they do, this team is capable of a lot. Shout out to Leo. What's good? What's good? Good to
Leo,
see
my
you,
dog.
Dark, in the building. Was good. Um, but as far as that goes, and we'll go to a little bit about I guess, a tiny preview of next week. Before we get into that, I want to
Sure.
lead into um the defense. The defense looked really good. Y'all heard it in the press conference, and I keep referring to these press conferences because they're starting to say some things, man.
They're lit
And you,
now. They're lit.
yep, yep. And you see it on the field. Like, it's one thing to say it on the. I said this last week. Say it on the podium, and they executed it on Sunday. They did exactly what they've been preaching, and they preached again. Of Antonio Pierce said that he not only told Max Crosby let it loose, but he told Patrick Graham to let it loose. And I always wondered in the back of my mind, what does that mean? Did Josh McDaniels also hold it back? And you seen
Dog.
it, 8
He's
sacks
saying
for the boy, 8
he's
sacks
saying
for the
something. He's saying something without saying something, man. He's saying something without
defense.
saying something for sure.
Shout out to Raider Ben, man, in the building. It was good,
What
Ben.
up,
Good to
Ben?
see
What's
you. Hope
going on,
all is
boss?
well. So talk to me about this defense, man. What did you like about this defense, man?
Bro, man, it
Talk
was
to me.
like I said, it was literally flying around. I mean, we got a sack from a safety because
Mhm.
Trayvon got one. I think
Yeah.
did Hobbs get one? I feel like a corner got one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. But
I think so.
yeah, but our defensive tackles was balling. They was
Mhm,
collapsing that pocket. I mean, they was just flying around
mhm,
and I was on my video earlier, I was talking about a lot of people was down on Marcus Peters, but Marcus Peters
mhm.
been balling, man. Besides, like he don't like to tackle, and he's one of them guys that got to be inspired and hyped up to really get going. But Marcus Peters literally could have had 3 picks yesterday. He
Oh,
dropped
easily.
one, yeah, he dropped the one altogether, and then he the one that batted that one up for Hobbs the interception, and then he was like a fingertip away from getting the one
Mhm.
that a Meek got. But man, I just love seeing them just, I mean, and Max jumping over the offensive lineman to stop them on that 4th one. Just I can go on for days, bro. I can
Yep.
go on for days.
Shout out to Randy as well. Salute, salute, salute.
Randy,
El Capitan Rafael also in the building. It was
Rafa.
good to see everybody in here, man. And Peter's obviously, I've been somebody that was always talking about, like, I always gave my prediction of, oh, who's gonna be a bold prediction, and I always said Peter's pick six. Peter's pick six. He got it the other day, but again, he had a chance to do it again. He would
I
have had
know.
at least easily 5 pick sixes already in the
Easy,
season, easily,
easy.
if he would have caught them. He needs to work on them hands, but besides that, man. He may get burnt a lot of the times, but a lot of these corners get burnt here and there. But then what I like about the team is they don't let it down. Shout out to the Raider Rundown in the building as
My
well.
dog, my
Um,
dog.
they don't just put their head down and be like, oh damn. They pick their head up
And
and they
keep
make a
keep
play.
going. That's what I'm
Meek
saying.
Robertson got burnt and he came back.
keeps
and made a
coming back.
spectacular play.
Shout out
And
to
that's
Meek,
what
man.
and he's and shout out to EJ for doing that just so to protect the shield there, man.
EJ, thank you, boss. Thank you,
And,
man.
and you already know, like when it comes down to it, um, these guys I always knew had talent, man. I always knew. I just didn't know when they could unlock it, and they did it this game. You know, yeah, they had a quarterback that's probably the third, fourth string on a lot of cases, even out of league in other cases. But um, I always tell everybody, man, we play to our opponents, man, and we always did it. And why it's so unique that we won and the defense dominated, and why I give them credit is because we let a Division II quarterback bust our asses. Tyson Bagent over there in Chicago Bears, so it's no difference there.
Right.
You're still playing an NFL player. You're playing a guy that has a Saquon Barkley. You know, he was doing his thing, but we prevented him from getting into the end zone. Besides that one BS touchdown that I feel like was just a miscommunication within the team. But besides that, hey, he really let it loose, man. Blitz after blitz. I seen more blitzes in this game. I seen more ways to put these guys. They were without two of their main linebackers,
Yeah.
Diablo and Masterson, and they came out and still put Amar Burney in positions to win. Like I said, Trayvon Merrick, Nate Hobbs got himself an interception. I felt
Yeah.
like we could have had easily three more interceptions in this game. Um, hey, you got to do it against the Jets too, man. You know, you got to keep this consistency. Keep playing like it. You know, keep playing like it. Let it loose.
Yeah,
Let
let it loose, man. I mean, and honestly, for him to say that just makes me think that did we have the handcuffs on him before?
Yeah.
You know, like is that what he's saying without saying it? So, um, I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. Like I try not to get too high on stuff just so I don't get let down late.
Yeah.
And that is just a defensive mechanism as a Raider fan. Like we're like, okay, when are we gonna come back down? But my thing is we riding this thing, man. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we can't get any worse. We got somebody that's giving us some hope, man. So we riding this thing right now.
Facts, and you know, I want to give a shout out to Meek Robertson, bro. He's somebody that I've never really. I wanted him out back to back years. I'm
Me
admitting he's
too.
the one
Me
that made
too.
me eat my own words, man. And
Me
you,
too.
you know, I wanted him out, you know, and I said, you know, he didn't have the ability to go out there and perform, and he's been proving me wrong. He's been proving a lot of people wrong, and that's the one player I was wrong about when it came
Yeah.
down to it. The guy just doesn't give up. He just
No.
doesn't give up. And hey, he's representing them short kings out there, man. So shout out to all the short people
Hey.
out there, man. You already know.
Yeah, little Napoleon complex. I got you, Meek.
Facts.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. But you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know, I know me and my boy Leo. You know, it's in the
Mhm.
chat. We always talk about, you know, he likes the Meek. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't a big Meek guy, man. I'm like, man, get this dude up out of here, man. But the thing is, he got that fight about him, man. It's
Yep.
like he don't give up. And like when I rewatched the tape yesterday, you know, like he got some of those small intangibles that like great corners got. Like
Yep.
again, he's not there yet, but just the way like when he comes up and he punches at the ball, like little stuff like that. Like he
Yep.
caused that fumble yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Just
Facts.
coming in and just going for the ball. Like you don't got to make the tackle all the time. Get that ball out. Like that's what Charles Woodson did. That's honestly what Marcus Peters does too. It's like I mean, sometimes you know we want to make sure you get the guy down to the ground, but you know, just the knowledge of just going in and attacking the ball and punching that ball. And sometimes it comes out, and you know, it came out yesterday. But man, shout out to Meek, man. He got a dog mentality, man.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, talking about, you know, of course, the Meek, you know, let's talk about a little bit of the secondary, man. Well, not the secondary, the defensive line. And the defensive line has been showing out. The D tackle room has
Bro,
been improving by the minute, man. Jenkins, Butler, Bilal Nichols even getting some. And
bro,
hey, shout out to Nesta J. Severa for saying he went on.
bro.
I don't know if you've seen it. He went on IG Live. He said, I can't believe
Yeah,
practically put me on the bench and didn't
yeah.
activate me.
You know what? Like
Uh-huh.
when we drafted him, I was so hyped over him, man, because he has like a nasty streak about him, man. Like
Yeah.
he's not there yet, but once he develops and gets his technique down, he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be
Facts.
nice, man. But the
Mhm.
one that really popped out to me was Adam Butler. Adam Butler was
Yeah.
all over the place yesterday, man. I'm just like, and again, man, it's like the trenches is all about mentality, man. And again, that starts
Facts.
with the coach, man. It's like you got a coach that's down there, that's got your back, man. I mean, them dudes was ready to run through a wall. So again, I hope that it's not just a one-off, but again, these next couple weeks are gonna show us a lot, man.
Facts. So shout out to JT in the building. Up for review. Let me catch up to the chat. Shout out to Dark in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? And I agree with you too, Randy, man. When it comes to it, we always play to our opponents, and a lot of people say, oh, we beat a weak team. Hey, we didn't beat the Chicago Bears. They were a weak team.
Exactly.
We didn't beat the Steelers. They were a weak team. Their offense was one of the
Exactly.
worst when we played them. So at the end of the day, I'm taking the victory. We won. Some people said we were the worst team in the NFL.
Exactly.
And we came out and we did our thing and we convincingly did it. That's the difference. We convincingly, it wasn't a 1917, 2010. Like it
Right.
was convincing. So shout out to Vic Sacramento. He says just win. Milka Beezy in the building. Dark was good. Good to see everybody in here, man.
What's going on,
Let me
chat?
see who else
Chat
is in here.
popping
Jaw
today. The
Raider.
chat popping.
Hey, we out here.
I
53
see.
people in the chat, man. If you guys can hit that like button, subscribe if you're
Hit
new.
that like
We
button,
out
y'all.
here. You already know what it is, man.
Anybody that's here from my channel, man, go subscribe to my boy Eric, man. He always has fire, man. That's my guy right here, man.
And you already know, if you're on my channel, go subscribe to the boy Protect the Shield, man. He just hit 1K again. Congratulations to him. You already know, well deserved. Another grinder, man. We need them
Appreciate it.
grinders out here, man, and,
We
and
do,
knows
man.
what they're talking about.
For sure.
Shout out to everybody. Freddie Chavez, George C was good. Good to see everybody. Wild Turkey, salute to everybody, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We were the worst team. You already know what it is, man. And shout out to my 2 cents, man. Trusting that process, egalitarian, man. Chat popping, people popping in, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys make my channel, man. You guys make who I am now, man. And we're close to 2,000, man. We getting there,
We
man.
gotta get you there. We gotta get you there,
We gotta
boss.
get there, man, by the end of the season. So
Yes,
that's the
sir.
thing. But the D line, obviously, I love these guys, man. I was always questioning people like Bilal Nichols. When are they gonna show up? They started showing up. And you started seeing it. They started opening it up for the outside. Kuhn started getting some. Tyree Wilson got
I
himself
like
half a
Koontz,
sack.
man.
And
Yeah.
like Max Crosby, multi-sack. I called it last week. I said he's gonna get a multi-sack game. He got 3 sacks, multiple pressures himself. Hey, if he's not in no top 2, at least top 3 defensive player of the year, I don't know what y'all doing if y'all ain't putting
Man.
him there, man.
The boy,
But
the boy he's a maniac, man. I mean, he literally
Yep.
he don't come off the field. He's just a
Facts.
pure maniac. And it's just, man, like I said, we got to protect him at all costs. He needs
Facts.
to retire a Raider. I don't care. I'm serious, man. It's like, I know we're in the times of, free agency and dudes wanting to get the bag and all that. He's one of them guys that you just chuck it up and just give him what he wants, man. I don't care what nobody say.
And I think he's one of those players too that I don't think he cares about the bag. I think he cares about who he plays for. And he kind of said it today on the Pat McAfee show. He said it himself. He was like, "Hey, I have it tatted on me. I want to be a Raider." And he continues to express that. So
Yeah.
I love that. He's one of those players, a superstar talent that I never want to let it get away. And he's never going anywhere. I believe that. Truly believe that. So we got him for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even himself wants to stay here. So I love players like that want to be a Raider.
That's a fact, man.
You feel me? So
Like, honestly,
wanna go-
that's why I like Jacob so much, because it's like we're
Yep.
such a bad team. It is like if you get players that actually want to be a Raider, that should mean something, man. Like, and I know people didn't want to give JJ that extra 2-3 million, whatever, man, but I don't care, man. It's like someone that wants to be here. Like look at people that you could tell this like that been here in the past that just didn't want to be here. I don't even know if you're old enough to remember when Randy Moss was here and people like that were just collecting a check, man. It's like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's just the fact that he wants to be here means a lot, man.
Facts. And hey, I think I was like I think I was in like the womb at that time.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you still had Similac on your breath, man. You was Gerber.
Shout out to Randy in the video, man. I appreciate that,
Yeah,
man.
Randy.
It means a lot. Shout out to everybody in here, man. So of course I kind of want to go back on the offense because of the trenches specifically. That was the D line, now the O line, right? Somebody that's been proving me right finally, because I was kind of eating my words in the beginning of the season. People were talking down on him. My boy Van Roden is starting to perform well, man. And if you guys don't know, he allowed 0 sacks, 0 pressures, and 25 pass blocking snaps. Also in run blocking, did pretty decently over there as well. He played with strength, man. Talk to me a little bit about this O line, the difference of before to now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think I've been real critical of the O-line because honestly, It's much we want to put on McDaniels and Jimmy G. I'm glad we're moved on for both, but regardless of who we could have had Kenny Stabler back there and Marcus
Yeah,
Allen back there. If that line is not blocking, it don't matter. It don't matter. Like, them dudes were just killing our offensive line the last few games, man. And the way that them guys came out and played inspired, I mean, they were bullies on the line. Like you said, they were standing up. Dexter Lawrence, and he's a beast. So it starts there. It starts there because honestly, if we can get our running game going, we can compete with anybody. And that's
facts.
anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we got too many weapons that you got to worry about. Like if you got to worry about Josh Jacobs, then we're sooner or later we're gonna kill you with Devontae, and we got a good number 2 receiver, man. So
Facts.
but yeah, that O line, everything starts there. Them dudes was and they were just playing. Like you said, we did some zone stuff too, so it gave JJ a chance to really use his best ability, which was finding the hole, man. So man, it starts there, man. So shout out to them.
Facts. I love the formation as well that they were running a lot on that to help the offensive line itself as well. And I see the Giants defense kind of adjust to what we're doing, and it kind of caused them to cause less pressure. When you looked at it, you seen five people out there receiving. You had a tight end on the outside, you had a Josh Jacobs on the outside, then you had Devontae Adams on one side, you had Hunter Renfro, and then Jacoby Myers. They had everybody out there, man, and it kind of made the defense adjust. Like, hey, maybe blitzing is not the option because there's too many people out there on the outside. We got to accommodate for
Exactly.
somebody. And they were double teaming Devontae Adams heavily, and that
Oh, they
caused
were.
everybody else to get a one-on-one
And they was
easy
winning.
separation for them.
And they was
Yep.
winning. You know what I'm
And
saying? We did them five receiver sets. Man, they ain't know what to do with that. Renfro was running by himself. Renfro had a little game, man. It's like,
mhm.
man, that's what we needed, man. Myra.
G in the building. Salute, salute. She said, "What's up, my fantasy league fellas? I lost to you this week. I lost to Protect the Shield this week. I ain't gonna lie. I had too many people out, bro. I couldn't do it. I tried pulling some strings, being some fantasy order, but I couldn't do it, man.
Man,
But
I ain't gonna lie.
uh,
I didn't even look at my team. I need to look at that league, man. I
I
probably had
hardly
people on
even
the
looked
bot.
either. I've been paying attention to my main one that I put money on
Right, me too.
with
Me
the rest of
too.
the boys. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on a 4-game win streak over there. Shout out to Jesse, wherever you are, man. I'm glad I'm winning. I was the underdog, and I came out and
uh,
I pulled some streaks, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Um, Allowing the quarterback to adjust the line was big. And he preached and that's kind of goes back to the coach, right? He was preaching allowing the players to take control of certain things. And for that was something I was like, is that really a good idea? Is it gonna turn out good? And you seen it. The quarterback was audibling every other second. Aiden O'Connell was like, hey, Jacoby Myers, the way he sold the end around, he was
oh
like,
man.
oh, look at the block, look at the
Yeah,
block, look at the block. The defense pulled up, and
yeah.
then boom, he
Out of there, man. I love it. Man,
that
I
field kick.
really,
Mhm.
really like Jacoby Myers, man. It's like
Okay.
not only his just like when he has the ball, like he does all them little things well. Like he likes to block, he likes to do, I
Mhm,
mean, he just I like him a lot. That's one thing that McDaniels and them did well by getting him. That was a great addition.
mhm. What's out to everybody in here, man? I see people going at it in the chat. Hey, that's what we're about.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
you already
getting
know it's
it
about positivity over here, especially after a win. I've been just noticing it. I
Yeah,
find
I'm
out
over here
laughing, but I'm
looking
just
like, man, they getting
it's
it in.
but we popped it off today, man, and I appreciate everybody here, man. You already know Charles Washington just won, baby.
My
You already
boy
know what it is,
Charles.
man. It's all about winning, and shout out to Dark putting in work, everybody, man. All the mods, appreciate you guys as well,
Thank
man.
you guys,
Um,
man.
putting in putting in the effort and stuff like that, and overall, the O line looked amazing. Like I said, they kind of played more zone than the power scheme itself. And it shows across the board. You've seen people like Van Ron is starting to step out. Andre James did a great job, like I said, on Lawrence. You also had, I mean, damn, the way they picked up even the blitzes was pretty well as well, man.
Oh
And
yeah,
um, hey, we need that offensive line to keep getting better, keep communicating with themselves, and if
especially
they
this
do
week.
that, Josh
Especially this week.
Jacobs, yep. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do and stuff like that. But now this leads me to the practically you can say the final question of the takeaways. New hope. Is there new hope? That's the question. Is there new hope for the Raiders, man?
I mean, I gotta say, yeah, man. And again, like I don't want to be drinking the Kool-Aid, man, but I mean, dog, that man, Antonio Pierce just it's a different feel. That's all I could say, man. It's a different feel. Like when he's at the press conference, like you listen to him and you believe what he say. Cause like it's one thing having like intensity. Like I think John Gruden had intensity, but sometimes John Gruden seemed a little phony. You know what I'm saying? Like he did stuff just to look good for the camera. Like, he always knew someone was watching him. But I just feel like AP is just somebody that you hear him talk and he means every single word he says, man. And he stands by what he says and he stands by them players, man. And like them dudes literally said they'll run through a brick wall for the dude, and
Yeah.
I believe him, man. And I feel like he's gonna always have their back too. Like he's not gonna be a guy that's gonna throw them under the bus. He ain't gonna be a guy that lets the media dog his team. Um, he's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's how he played ball. He was aggressive leader on the field, and I think that's what he is now as well. Like nothing was handed to him. He ain't get nothing on the silver spoon. He went out and worked for everything he got, man. And everything about the dude, man, I support. I ain't gonna lie, I support him, man.
Facts. And he says, I don't think we have a long way to. We just have to keep that energy. My thoughts, hey, those are great thoughts, man. We just have to keep that vibe. Me too. I don't want to say, I'm not saying Super Bowl bound or any of that, back to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
dynasty, but I am saying that if they continue to play the way they play today with that energy, getting even better week in, week out, we could compete with some of the top teams because I always was a believer since the start that we have the talent on this team. I know a lot of people kind of disagreed with me when it came down to the players saying that they don't have that much talent. And I agree with you with Jimmy Garoppolo. He just isn't the best of quarterbacks. But you have talent on this team across the board, man. You got superstars on both sides of the field. Max Crosby. Some may consider Josh Jacobs himself, Devontae Adams, and it's just, when are they gonna get unlocked? And you start seeing it now. They're getting unlocked. They're playing. They're going out there, being a Raider, being themselves, having fun, and winning while doing all of that. And that's all I care about. I know after the game they kind of started smoking cigars, and people are like, "Oh my God, they're acting like they won the Super Bowl." No, they're just having fun.
they're
They're
having
just,
fun, man. Let them.
oh,
The thing is, they've been down for so long. Like, let them enjoy this moment, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
Facts. And it's always gonna be, some negativity out there when it comes to it. We're always gonna have some backlash, whether it's the media,
Always, man.
some other fan bases, or our own fan base sometimes.
Man, it's our
But
own fan base. They're the ones that get on my nerves, man. It's like, come
yeah,
on, it's like nothing that we do makes them happy. It's like,
yeah,
like when we win, like earlier in the season, oh well, we barely won, but like, who cares? We won. You know what I'm saying? Even when we win, yesterday by a lot, we beat a team down. Oh well, it's the Giants. I'm like, bro, like, what do you want us to do? Just come out there and beat the, Super Bowl champs and all that? Like, come on, man.
say my Chris boys, let them live, man.
Let them live, man. Let them live.
You don't have talent if you don't use them, and that was it, right? Getting these people involved, getting Renfro involved, and stuff like that. Devontae Adams, and yeah, Devontae Adams kind of expressed. He's one of those people that kind of expressed of he doesn't get the ball enough and stuff like that, and for him to still have a part in the win, like you kind of talked about earlier, the blocks he was giving, he was showing effort
Right.
still. He could have easily not blocked and be like, "Hey, you're not giving the ball. I don't care," but
Right.
he out there making blocks, making effort. He came out a presser and it was not a pressure. I think he came out at an interview after, and it was kind of funny because he was like, "Hey, we could turn that 30 into 40, maybe to 50."
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
"Yeah, we could have scored more points. Yeah, we could have." And I like that. It's like not, still being good with your performance, but at the same time saying that you could do better, no matter what. And that's the mentality I like. He said, "You guys think the GOAT Brian Hoyer gets a chance to play?" So I don't know, man. He goes inactive, so they kind of have Jimmy Garoppolo as the backup.
Yeah. But
So
one thing about Hoyer though, and even Jimmy G, like you see both of them on the sideline, trying to help the young kid, man. And I respect that. And honestly, people can say whatever they want about Jimmy G.
yeah,
Um, he got a good attitude, for the most part. Maybe it's because he's making a lot of money, so he don't care either way. But even when he was at 49ers and he lost his job or whatever, I know he was hurt and when they went with Trey Lance, and he was still out there helping the young guys, man. So, and if he ever had to come in again, he was able to come in later on. But those are kind of people you need, man. I mean, Jimmy G, he don't have the arm, but he has a lot of experience. He knows what it takes to win. I mean, we could say whatever we want about him, but he has a winning mentality as far as that's what the stats say. So the fact that he's out there helping the young kid, because he could be pouting on the sideline because he's not playing, demanding the trade, and he's not doing that, man. So shout out to him.
Facts. And he said we had problems with the bad team, so I think it was good to see a game where we weren't having a heart attack. That's a
Fact.
fact. We
That's a
always play
fact.
to our level. Shout out to Raider Resistance. But yeah, when it came down to it, I think this win was vital. I said, hey, I'm gonna be extra happy if we convincingly win, and we went out there and won. We could have easily scored more points. Obviously, I know a lot of people talked about um only scoring, I believe,
Second
once in the
half.
second half, the 6 point,
Yeah.
which they had a lot of chance to score in that third quarter. That's something that they need to build upon. Even though they won, um, build upon that third quarter. Be like, hey, let's at least score three, something. Make
Yeah.
extend the score a little bit more and stuff like that. And shout out to Tony Sheffield. He says, "Shield, my dog, salute." Shout out to
Tony.
everybody in here, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. The description down there as well has both of our links, Instagram and YouTube. We're also live on both. Um, and I'm convinced. I convinced Paul is trolling. I'm convinced that this
Oh yeah, Paul's
he's
on one,
on
man.
he's
Paul's
on
on
one
one.
today. I think he trolled it. It might be somebody's alt account, to be honest.
Right.
Shout out to the Raider Room, man. Salute to you guys, man. Also, the Instagrams out there putting in that
Raider
work,
Room, what's up,
dropping the
man?
Raider content and stuff over there as well. Raider Resistance and the Raider Room up in the building, man. Go check them out as well. But let's talk about a little bit of the players itself, right? And I'm gonna start off with you, man. Give me a player, your player spotlight, but one on offense, one on defense.
Ooh, okay. So like I'm not gonna do just the typical ones, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do like the Max Crosby's. But like for me, man, I really want to say, the spotlight that I see is I like what I've seen from Trayvon Moorick lately.
Okay.
He's really slowly starting to develop, man. Like for a while there, he was really kind of on the trend of like this dude sucks, but
Yeah.
he's been playing solid lately. You know what I'm saying? He's making plays, making open field tackles, got a sack yesterday. He's a guy that I liked coming out of college. I was glad that we drafted him. I thought he was a steal in the second round at the time. So I want to shout out him. I saw a lot of good things from him yesterday. So that's on the defense side of the ball. On the offense, again, I could always say, Tay and JJ, but Jacoby, I really like Jacoby, the way that he's just down to just get dirty. You know what I'm saying? He's down to block. He'll do those quick slants in the middle. He's just a guy that you could tell he's a good teammate. He don't want no spotlight. Like he's okay with being the number 2 under Devontae, and he plays that role well. Like he's like the perfect number 2 receiver, man. So a big shout out to him. And I'm even gonna go one more. I'm gonna do a special teams one, and that's Amir Abdullah, bro.
That's a good one. That's a great
Amir
one.
Abdullah, man. When I rewatched that dude, man, just going down there and covering the kicks and stuff, man. That dude, he kind of reminds me of what's that dude we had? Mac Hollins, just going down there making plays. Even on kickoff return, he's out here blocking. So shout out to Amir, man. And he does a little thing, on third downs when he comes in and catches a ball here or there, man. So those are my 3, man. What about you?
Hey, I like that. For me, I think starting off with the defense, a lot of people put spotlight on Max Crosby. I kind of want to go to the other side of the spectrum and Malcolm Kuntz. Don't let Max Crosby's
I like
performance
Coates,
kind of
man.
push
I
you
like
away from
Coates.
Kuntz.
I like
Like I talked about a couple weeks back. He was top 3, top 5, I believe, in pass rushing win rate. Feel me?
Yeah.
Top 7. The guy's been performing, man, and he's been helping Max Crosby. And I always was a believer in Kuntz since he started
Me
being a
too.
Raider, and
too.
he was dropping back on the depth chart, behind Chandler, stuff like that. I was like, hey, don't give up on him, man. Trust me, this guy is gonna keep. Look at what he's doing now, man. So
No,
he's
that's a
one of my
fact.
spotlights on that
That's a
defensive
good
side of the
one.
ball.
That's a good
And
one.
shout out
That's
to North Cal Raider Jesse, man. Everybody joining us. Shout out to everybody, man. That's
SoCal.
just for joining us. I appreciate you guys. So that's one on the defense. On the offensive side of the ball, I don't want to go with the obvious ones either. Let me think. You know what? I'm gonna give it a Trey Tucker, man. No, not Trey.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a Trey Tucker. You know what?
Yeah.
Underrated one. I
I like
think
that.
his speed, man. I always said speed kills, man. We already know that saying, and I always said that we always need a speed because when you got a quarterback that's got the arm strength to throw it deep, those deep balls sometimes do matter, man. When it comes to games, it kind of keeps the players on the opposite side of the field kind of be like, hey, let's play back a little.
Yeah,
All
you gotta
right,
be
boom,
honest.
hit
You
him
gotta
with
be
slots,
honest.
hit him with crossy routes, hit him with runs. That's what it's all about. And Trey Tucker, man, his separation. I know he always got 2.8 seconds of separation before today. Now look at what he did in just 5 steps, man. 5 steps, and he gets five
Bro.
steps like in point half a second. So
Bro, yeah, it's the thing with him, man, he's a lot faster than his daggone combine. Like
yeah,
I mean, honestly, like he's damn near right under Tyreek type speed, bro.
facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's faster than like at least just watching, like, I don't know, man. It's he again, I don't want to say Tyreek, but he's right under that. He got that type of speed, man.
Facts, and hey, I'm gonna do a special teams one too, man. Somebody that has been injured, has been playing with the injury, missing multiple kicks. My boy Daniel Carlson, money
Yeah,
making Carlson, man.
yeah,
Finally, three
yeah,
for three, making the
yeah,
field goals, man. We got him back, man. I'm glad to see him healthy. I'm glad to see him back. Even him playing with a little bit of swagger. And you know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna add a fourth one, and you can add a
Go
fourth
ahead,
one after me as well. AJ Cole, man, set the
bro.
record for the most average yards per punt in a damn. That boy could
No, he
punt.
was booting it. He was,
Cole,
and the
Cole,
crazy thing is, and he had a couple touchbacks too, man. So if he
yeah,
didn't have touchbacks, it would have been even longer, man. But AJ Cole do
fact.
his thing. He do his
Hey,
thing, man.
hey, and AJ Cole. Do you have a fourth one? If you want to add one into there,
Let's
any
see.
side of football?
I had to add a fourth one, man. You know what? I ain't gonna do a player. Shout out
Okay.
to Bo Hard Degree, our offensive coordinator, bro. I mean, like
Yeah,
he was doing misdirections. I mean, he was, I really liked him calling his first game, man. He did a good job, man. Did a good job. He got everybody involved. As a defensive coordinator, I would just be like, what the hell do I try to stop? Because you
fact.
don't know where he's gonna go with it, man. So shout out to him, man.
Shout out to Willie Wayne in the building as well, man. Shout out to everybody joining us again. Um, I think as far as that offensive coordinator goes, I feel like he's using the same plays that were already on the book of Josh McDaniels. It's just he's using them at the right time, like I kind of
Yeah.
talked about
Oh
before.
yeah.
And
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it was always about: putting the players in those roles, making sure their strengths are those roles, and doing it at the time that it needs to be executed at. And you've
Absolutely.
seen it, man. Not only
Absolutely.
did the team show effort now and that motivation, but also that works hand in hand with the timing of the plays, how to execute them, how to do it using the strengths, the weaknesses, and stuff like this to their advantage. So, shout out to SoCal out there, man. Just up to protect the show. Shout out to
I
you, man.
appreciate that, man.
Um,
Appreciate that.
and all honesty, man, this whole team, man. I want to put the spotlight on this whole team, man.
Man.
Hey, you guys came out, showed out. You guys said, "Hey, Raider Nation showed up." I haven't seen a Raider home game like that
Bro, that,
since the Charger game.
that
Since
was a
that
true
Charger
home game. That was a true home game, man. They was loud, man. I
game.
love it.
And I hope I could go this week. I'm gonna be in Vegas that weekend,
Oh,
so
you going this
hopefully,
weekend? I'm gonna be there
yeah.
too.
Oh, you gonna be there? Hey, hell
Yeah,
yeah! Hopefully, I'll meet you there, man.
let's
You
tap
already
in,
know.
man. Get a
Uh,
drink, man.
it's gonna be a good game, man. I hope I could get there. Still gotta work on some tickets, but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna be there in Vegas regardless. There for something else, I'll be there.
Oh,
So if
that's
you
what's
guys
up.
go to the game, man, hey, bring that same energy again, man. Because best believe
Man,
I'm
I'm
bringing that
going
energy
to.
over there too, man. We gotta
Facts.
keep continuing it. Shout out to Sebastian Gonzalez just joining us as well, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Raider game was live, man. It looked good. Like I said, I haven't seen that home game since that Charger game where we kicked them off the playoffs and we made the playoffs.
Oh,
That game.
that was such a
That one
fire
was
game.
that one.
That was such a fire
Woo!
game.
I ain't gonna lie. The one thing,
Jeez.
that was one of the coldest pictures, man. When he went, duh,
Yeah. I'm like,
done.
do it, do it.
It was a great feeling, man. But let's talk a little bit. That's the Raiders, the Giants, man. Like I said, if you guys were living under a tree anywhere, in the basement or something. The Giants have lost to us a score from 30-6 on Sunday afternoon. It was a good game. Good game overall. They brought up the energy. They said it. They did exactly what they were saying in their pressers, man. So now I'm gonna even believe them more when they talk through these pressers. But hey, let's go with a little bit of a mini. I want to see your little take on it. It doesn't have to be a lot. Your
Yeah,
mini preview of the Jets, man. Sunday Night Football. What you feeling about it?
man. So I think that we're going to get a good look at what our offense really is. Because that Jets D is fire. At the end of the day, they're not the best team overall, but that defense is going to bring heat. So, um, our offensive line is going to have to step it up. They did very good in the first half last game, not so good in the second half. So I'm hoping that they can keep it up. I know there's a little bit more film on what our coach likes to do now, play calling tendencies. So I'm sure we still got a lot up our sleeve, but I think it's going to be a good test for us. So honestly, it's going to be a good test. So as long as we just continue to be efficient. Don't turn the ball over.
Fact.
Because their quarterback, what's his name?
Wilson.
Yeah,
Zach Wilson.
Wilson. He'll turn the ball over. That's just he don't care. He gonna try to fire that ball in where he can. So I think our defense can give him a hard time because their offensive line is not good. So I'm excited, man. I really think we should beat them. It's probably not going to be a beatdown like this last game, but I could see a hard fought game, but we'll still be able to kick our feet up a little bit in the fourth quarter. We'll be up by like 10 or something, and we feeling good. We feeling good.
Yeah. I think this is another chance. Like I said, the Jets are tougher opponent. I think this is a team that, like I said, if we play with the same energy and poise and the way they came out here, man, and they get better, and they get better with all this time they have on their hands. Um, there's no doubt in my mind we could convincingly win again.
Yeah,
And like I said, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not saying that's about prediction, but I'm saying if they play exactly how they played and they play a little bit better, they fix that third quarter, they fix that second half. It could be a really good game for us. But like I said, we got to bring the energy as fans, man. Bring it to them because they're feeling it. They keep, Max Crosby expressed himself. He's like, "Hey, we're watching y'all, man. We're seeing y'all social medias. We're seeing how you guys react to us. Like that, they our energy feeds off of them, and their energy feeds off of us, and it's stuff like that, and vice versa.
exactly.
And that's what the nation's about, man. Even the alumni tying in, Hall of Famers tying in, they're bringing the energy themselves. Shout out to Tony. Says salute. I see. Glad that we are already getting ready for the Jets, and they have to focus on LA and traveling on a short week. And yeah, today, speaking of the Jets, they played the Chargers.
Yeah,
I hope the Jets beat the Chargers.
yeah,
F the Chargers.
yeah,
But I would say a game to watch is today, man, to see what the Jets are about. Um,
for
you
sure,
know.
for sure.
But yeah, for me, as far as the Jets, tougher opponents. I'm not gonna look past the Jets. Their defense, man, kept the
Oh,
Eagles
they're
at
dogs.
14,
They're
kept the
dogs.
Giants at 10, similar to us. They kept the hot Broncos right now. They're on fire right now at 21, and they kept the Chiefs and not that much, man. You would think a Chiefs will score easy 30, and they scored 23, and they've been doing their thing. They've been doing their thing recently, so it's not
Yeah, that's a fact.
you know.
And
I'm gone.
no, and I think one thing about that Jets team is like their coach kind of reminds me of our coach. Like, just hard
Mm,
nosed, just a guy that's fiery, that's not gonna want his team to get bullied. So it's gonna be a tough physical game, man. And I think that, you know, the new Raiders, that
yep.
we're kind of getting back to how we used to be, like physical and dominating, the other team. So I can't wait. I'm so hyped to go to that game, man. I can't wait. In fact, I'm going to the next two games, man. So it's going
Hell
down,
yeah.
boy. It's going
Hey,
down.
yeah, man. You already know, man. If anybody's going to Vegas, man, as well, hey, go enjoy, bring that energy, bro, to the field because they feeling it. So shout out to Sheldon Brown joining us as well. Shout out to everybody. And I see somebody in the
Shout out.
chat said, I think it was Jaw Raider. Shout out to North Cal Raider Jesse. I'm not sure if I saluted you, but it was good, Jesse. Good to see you. Jaw Raider actually brought it up, and I want to show you guys, man. Let me show you a little video of the aftermath. You guys seen the cigars and stuff like that, but this was actually when I believe they were giving the game balls. I haven't even seen it.
Oh,
So
let's get it.
for
Let's
the
get it.
first time, we go show you a little clip here. Let me put this right here. Here you guys go.
Everybody, man, came together, bro. Worked So, bro, this was a crazy week, you know, and I just want to give a shout out to, you know, the guy in the position now, you know what I'm saying, game ball to AP. Man.
Yeah.
There's been a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of attention, a lot of different positions, but we all know the toughest position to play in this game is quarterback. I think we need to show some acknowledgement.
Yeah.
One more. Where's Champ Kelly at? Champ, we've been talking since day one. No doubt. Now we're here. Now, AP, all of us know this is the beginning, like you said, excuse my language. Like the stuff, have fun, and I guess.
Let's go, man.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, I can feel the.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, we got to protect Max at all costs, bro. I'm telling you, that is a Raider. He was born to be a Raider, man. We got to protect that dude at all costs.
Facts, man. And, you know,
That was
that
a
was the
fire
first time
video.
of me watching it. It's amazing that
too.
they're giving game balls to even Kelly. Champ Kelly got it. You know, saying that he's been rocking with them since day one. Him, Antonio Pierce. I give a game ball to everybody, man. Effort through and throughout. It was a team game, team win. The energy through the coaching staff to even Mark Davis. He has a new cut. Y'all know that?
Bro, he look crispy.
got
He
a
a
new
little
cut.
crispy. He been around them young women, man. I knew sooner or later he getting crispy, man. Shout out Mark.
You know he means business now that he got a cut. He means
Yeah,
business.
yeah. He got his little taper. Okay, Mark.
There you go,
Shout out to
man.
Mark.
Well, at least we have 4 wins. All media had us as winning 3 games. Yeah, a lot of media had us winning 3 games. So that's a plus already,
And
man.
we could have had at least 2 more wins, man. So
Facts.
but
Jesse
woulda,
says
coulda,
12-5. Here we come. Hey, believe
Woo!
that, man. Hey, put that.
Woo!
Hey, I'm a believer. A shoot for the moon. You're gonna land at the stars, man. And I'm shooting high too. Hopefully, we could win. We got a lot of tough opponents, man. If you guys don't know who our opponents are, I got you guys right here, man. The little schedule, what's upcoming. Y'all see there the Jets, Miami, the Chiefs, then a bye week, and then the Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs, Colts, Broncos. So,
all right. So realistically, how many wins you got us at? Looking at
I
that.
said I wasn't gonna do this, but
I
I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you 2 predictions, right? I'm gonna give you
okay.
if they play like they did and they get better week in and week out with the energy, then I'm gonna give you one of what could be also a possibility, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say we beat the Jets. We beat the Miami Dolphins. We lose to the Chiefs. We beat the Miami Dolphins. We lose to the Chiefs.
Ooh.
We go into the bye week 2-1 right there to the 3 games. We beat the Vikings. We beat the Chargers. We beat the
Yeah.
Chiefs. We beat the Colts. And then the Broncos is a winner loss.
Talk your talk, Eric.
And the reason why I have us winning those is because
Oh.
I think we're splitting with the Chiefs. I think we're sweeping the Broncos, and I think we're going one-on-one with the Chargers. We already lost to the Chargers once. I think
Yeah.
we lose before the bye to the Chiefs, but I think the Miami Dolphins is a team we're capable of winning, and the Chiefs kind of exposed them in Germany. So they're beatable. So that's the if they play. Let me remind you guys this: if they play with the energy and get better week in and week out, and keep playing and executing well. Now let me give you the other prediction, right?
Okay, yeah,
More of a realism,
all
right?
right, there we go.
You could beat the Jets, lose
Yeah,
to the Miami Dolphins, Chiefs, then
Okay.
come out the bye being like, okay, you know what? We lost 2 in a row. Beat the Vikings,
Yeah.
beat the Chargers,
Yeah.
beat the Chiefs, beat the Colts, and the Broncos game up in the air, depending on how the Broncos are at the time. So that's more of a, some may say more of a realistic approach. But I
Yeah.
still think we have the chance to turn it around. Now, are they
Yeah.
going to turn it around? Only time will tell. It starts with a step in the right direction, and this is the step forward. And people got to realize that. I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm not saying playoffs. I'm not saying we're about to go undefeated the rest of the way. But I am saying that this team has a chance to turn it around, and it starts with game 1, which was yesterday. They won. Take care of business against the Jets and keep taking care of business and going out there and playing with effort. You go out there playing with the effort. There's no doubt in my mind that this talented team could go out there and make the playoffs. So,
Fact. That's fact.
what about you? What's your possibility of this?
Pull
Put
it up.
back.
Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I got us beating the Jets. I don't got us beating Miami. Ooh, KC, man. I think we might be able to split. So I think
Okay.
we can win. What's that one? That one's at home. So okay, so
That one's
I got
and then the second one is on Christmas
okay, so
Eve.
I got us beating the Jets, losing to Miami, beating the Chiefs, um, beating the Vikings, beating the Chargers, losing
Mhm.
to the Chiefs, beating the Colts, and beating
Okay.
Denver.
Oh
So what's
yeah.
that? That's that. What's that? Winning 5 more games, 6 more games.
Games. So
See,
it's like
one,
10-7, I
two,
believe. 10-6
three,
or whatever. Would
four,
it be
five,
10?
six. Yeah, that'd be 10-6
Yeah.
right there. So that's 6 games. That should be enough to get us there.
So
But
yeah.
but
Mhm.
I'm just like you. That's just saying that what we saw yesterday is legit, which it
What
looks
gives? Yeah.
legit, and you know, so I think you can't really fake passion like that, you know.
Yeah, you can't
So
fake it. I think they're
yeah.
gonna keep playing with this energy, but like I said, safety, like Terrence said, take it one game at a time, man. For me,
Oh yeah, got to.
that's just me just giving you a little preview of what could happen. Now it's time to, hey, it's on to the New York Jets. It's on to beating the next New York team at home, Sunday night football, prime time. They try flexing us out because they said we weren't talented enough. It's gonna be a boring game. Now we're showing up. The Jets are showing
Let's
up. It's
do
time
it.
to go out there and perform and prime time football. Who doesn't love that, man? And we have a lot of players that like prime time football. So shout out to everybody in here, man. Real time Raider in the building. What's good? Real man
My
Raider,
boy,
my
real
bad.
man. That's
Real
my
man, real
boy.
man, real man in the building. What's good, real man? Good to see you. Thrash in the building. So hey,
Yeah, yeah, Tony. Make sure you follow my boy. Make sure his link's up there, man. Make sure you follow my boy,
yep.
Tony.
Before we end it off, let's add to this question here. He says, "What up, fellas? How we feeling about the dub yesterday? Defense played out of their minds yesterday. Hopefully, they study the Jets game tonight and take it into Sunday night. So, hey, tell them again how you feeling about that dub yesterday, man.
Man, it was amazing, man. It was just one of those things. It just felt different. It felt like true old school Raider Nation, man. You know, we
Yep.
were playing inspired football. We were playing passionate. Um, I mean, they had a purpose. You know, they was playing for each other, doing the little things. So I just love seeing that. Cause going into that game, that's all I wanted. You know, I wasn't gonna sit here and say that we were gonna, you know, beat up on this team. I just wanted to see us play with more intensity, you know, less
Yeah.
mistakes, and we did that, man. So I'm excited. And you know, as far as next week goes, yeah, let's study the Jets. And then you know, at the end of the day, let's go beat up on them boys.
Shout out to Avikazi, man,
My
from the
boy
land down
AR,
under, man,
AR, my
Australia.
dog
Shout out to Australia, man. Hey,
over the
good
pond.
people over there, man. Jesse, he says we are sweeping the KC and giving them a happy Xmas. Hey, talk that shit,
Ooh,
man. Hey,
oh,
fuck
go
it, man.
ahead,
I love
Jesse.
that. I
Go
love
ahead,
that. I
Jesse.
love that. Hey, if there's a year where we could sweep them, it's a year like this year because the Chiefs ain't the Chiefs that I seen from past years. So it's time
Facts.
to, the game plan is there, but like I said, 1 week at a time. It's on to the Jets. But hey, protect the shield, man. Let me know what you got upcoming. Let the people know what you got upcoming shows, lives, and where they can find you and stuff.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I got you know, my biggest show that I do is my Fan Talk Friday. That's one I'm really
Yep.
trying to get up and going. So I have that every Friday. You know, I usually have. In fact, you were on there, man. Had a good time, and I appreciate you blessing me, you know, with your time that at that moment, man. But and then I also have a show every Wednesday with Spicy Raider Girl.
Yeah.
It's actually sponsored by Woodson Whiskey, so we call it
Mm.
Woodson Whiskey Wednesdays, man.
Shout out to
So you know,
Woodson.
we do the yeah, shout out to the goat, man. So yeah, so me and her we collab. We call it the Spicy Shield Talk. So
Yeah.
it's Woodson Whiskey Wednesdays. But you know, coming up, man, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do Friday because I'm actually gonna be in Vegas. So I may try to broadcast something live while I'm
Yeah.
out there. And then the following week, I'm going. I'll be out in Miami, man. So you
Okay.
know, yeah. So we're trying to get a couple things lined up as far as events out there as well. So you know, I'm just working, man. You know, watching
Yeah.
people like you and some of my other boys that work hard, man. You guys inspire me and encourage me to keep going, man. So you know, salute to you and everybody else, and salute everybody in the chat, man. So if you guys really like authentic Raider talk, you know, I don't water it down. You know, I'll talk my talk. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I'm wrong, man. So
Yeah.
it's you know, no ego here, man. But definitely check me out, and I appreciate you letting me on here, man.
Of course, man. You already know I rock with you, man. I like the content you bring out, man. Like you said, your takes may not always be popular, but they're always authentic, man. You always keep it real, and you do. I could vouch that you're one of those people that, hey, if you're wrong, you say you're wrong, and
Yeah, I'll say
I
I'm
love
wrong,
that
man.
for everybody, man. I'm wrong about things too. I was wrong about Meek. I was right about that, Roddy. We all wrong and right.
Right,
But as long as you stand on your stuff, man, and show the realistic of the Raiders, man, that's what it's all about, man. It's all about the shield, man.
for
Protecting
sure.
your shield in your
Protecting it.
words.
Yes,
You already
sir.
know. Shout out to Real Man. He says offensive defense played great. AOC took care of the ball, moved the chains, and put points up. JJ had his best game. Excited for the rest of the season, especially if we continue to improve. That's a fact, man. Speak them facts, man. And look, I'm gonna say this for everybody, man. On me, I'm the SC experience, of course, just like the SC experience. You feel me? Um, I do a show every Monday. Depending on when
Fire.
we play, right? We play on Sunday every Monday. 2:30 Pacific Standard Time usually. All the way to 4 o'clock sometimes. Other times 3 o'clock, like today. Of course, I was supposed to also add a third show to the mix. I have this 2 for 1 Nation podcast with my boy Raider Twan on
Fire
Thursdays.
show. That's fire
Um,
show.
previewing, of course, the next opponent, which would be the Jets. And for me this week, it's still the same schedule. Today, obviously Monday, and then Thursday. I I'm gonna see if I do it live from Vegas. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna
It's
take my
hard.
laptop. I'm gonna take everything
It's
I
hard to
need.
commit to that, ain't it? It's hard to commit to it.
The last time I went to Vegas, I did broadcast, but it was my birthday, so I did a birthday bash on screen. I was at the hotel room, so we'll see. I'm gonna be over there. You feel me? So if you're gonna be in Vegas, hit me up. Let me know. You already know.
Yeah,
We can kick it stuff like that. You already know me. I'm gonna go for some food. Go enjoy the view. Go enjoy the Raiders, man. That's what
for
it's about.
sure.
Go enjoy
That's a
the
fact.
Raiders. You feel
That's a
me?
fact.
So shout out to everybody, man. And me, like I said, Mondays, Thursdays, depending on the time, of course. If we play on Monday night, it'll be obviously Tuesday, stuff like that, vice versa. Um, and if you want to get up to date, Instagram, even Discord, my Discord, I have a Discord out there as well. I just put exclamation mark Discord. And if you want to support the channel, there's a membership there as well, man. Go just put exclamation mark membership, man. Everything goes towards the channel. Nothing gets pocketed to me to get like a cup or something. Like everything just goes towards the channel and it goes
Right.
towards building it. Soon, I'm not gonna. I kind of already said it that I'm hoping I could get a PC by this month, a full blown PC setup. So then I could start doing some OBS, some cool graphics around ESPN type of things. So
Yeah.
hopefully I could get it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, just stay tuned. If that happens, then I have to set it up and stuff like that. And I might have to tweak the shows at the time, but it should be by the end of this month anyway. So shout out to you guys, man, and shout out to Protect the Shield for blessing me with his presence here, man. You already know, man.
Man, you my
Great
guy,
show.
man. Anytime, bro.
Yep.
Anytime.
Shout out to everybody that showed up, man. We had 50 plus throughout the whole time, man. I appreciate you, whether you're on my channel, his channel. Hey, the links are in the description. We appreciate you for everything you have done, man. You guys are the main, you guys are the MVPs to me, man.
Reason we
You
doing
guys
this,
really
man.
gave me a voice, and I appreciate you guys for it. And we're on the road to 2,000, man. We're getting closer and closer. So keep
Yes, sir.
sharing out, letting them know, hey, look at this guy, look at this kid, he's talking. Raiders, go out there and do that, man. And you already know, man. Um, yeah. On that note, you guys know how I end my shows, man. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you guys are all some tough people, man. Especially the Raider Nation, man. We're tough. We've been through thick and thin, man, and we're still here repping that shield. And I hope you guys continue to rep it. Also, life is too short. So always tell your loved ones you love them, man. There's a lot of negativity in the world. At least share some positivity to people. And um, that's pretty much it. Any final words, man? Any sayings? Any quotes you got?
Nah, man. I mean, you're right, man. Like you said, life's too short, man. You never know when your last time talking to somebody, man. So, give your loved one a phone call, tell them you love them, don't text them, go see your parents if they still living, man. Go see your grandparents, man. Not try to get too emotional, man, but just life's too short, man. We love football, but some things come before football, man. But just take care of yourself, man, and just be safe, man. And
And,
again,
and
I
speak.
I thank you for letting me come through.
And speaking of one more thing, speaking of life is too short, man. I want to give a special shout out, and he's up there and above, man. Watching me, my good friend NYG Jeff, man. I don't know if you guys
Mm,
ever seen him. Giants fan, Giants content creator, passed away this year. It
mm,
sucked. I did a lot of shows on his channel at the Hardcore Network over there, man. If you guys don't know, Mitch Kofsky, I had him on the channel before. He worked with
mm.
him. A guy that I always love sharing the panel with, and it sucked that I took that little bit of vacation, and during that vacation he passed away, so it kind of sucked. It hurt me. You never know when your last time, so remember, guys, always tell your loved ones you love them. But hey, we
Facts.
may have beat the Giants, but hey, that win, man, I dedicate to him still.
Facts.
And hopefully we continue to showing love and appreciation to each other. On that note, y'all, this was the SC Experience and the Protect the Shield podcast, man, and we are out of here. Peace.